You've got a friend in Zay. You've got a friend in Zay. When the road looks rough ahead and you're miles and miles from the nice warm bed, you just remember what your old pal said. Yeah, you've got a friend in Zay.
All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of You Got a Friend in Zay, a talk show that I designed it and created to come in here to talk about the true meaning of friendship. And not only the true meaning of friendship with others, but this season is within ourselves. So how's everybody feeling? How's everybody doing? It's a new week once I drop the episode. It's a new week. It's Monday, starting off fresh, kicking it off strong as possible. I know for our school board educators, we have like I think 2 or 3 more weeks left. So we're pushing through every single day because I'm pushing through every single day. Because woo, it's a stretch. But we almost there. We at the finish line. So just gotta keep going and we're gonna make it happen. Um and I also did want to ask, it is 5 months into the year. So how's that going? Because 5 months into the year, it's we're almost halfway through, which is crazy. It's been a year.
Mm,
Crazy. All right, guys. So
yeah.
as you guys can see, we do have a special guest. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And I wanted to bring back my boy Wavy because I wanted to give y'all the different perspective instead of, when we talked about just friendship in general, friendship within ourselves. And, we've been talking here and there a little bit about the new journey of his, I call it self-care journey, but being a friend of yourself and finding yourself, getting to know yourself, and all that beautiful stuff that comes a part of your purpose and stuff like that. So, without further ado, let's just welcome in Wavy.
Yeah. Dying.
How you feeling? How you feeling?
I'm doing good. Doing good. I'm still here, still alive, still kicking and driving, you know what I'm saying? So nothing.
Hey.
Know how it is.
Exactly. As long as you still moving, that's all that matters.
Right.
Mm-hmm. All right. So we're actually gonna get into the game first. Let me make sure I put this mic closer to me. Thank you. We're gonna get into the game first because I know we're gonna get deep. Okay, guys, we're gonna get real deep. So we're gonna do ice paper, and then we're gonna do deep, and then we're gonna get into the nitty gritty, the meat.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. I don't want to do this one. I feel like I did this one already.
Oh my gosh. You just changed the whole thing.
Let me show you the card.
Okay. Take your time.
It's like, guys, I wasn't feeling that one. Okay. What was the last park that you visited?
Oh, that's a good. Honestly, I did visit a park last week. It's a wolf park.
That is my favorite park.
Yeah. Yeah. My friend Olivia, she put me on. I was never an outside person until she said, come on, Tommy, let's go to the park, you know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, fine. And then got the chairs and there was the blankets, she had the snack. And I was like, huh, this is interesting.
Right.
You know, I was like, okay, cool. So ever since then, I have no problem going to that park. No,
Yeah.
that's probably like one of now my favorite park now, actually. So whenever I wanna get out the house, I'll just go straight there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just went there last week, which is interesting.
Yeah.
That's crazy how that's the first one.
Right. But
Yeah.
there's something about that park. Let me tell you, because I just something like spiritualized and just like the vibe
Yeah.
of the park is just it's amazing. It's
Mm-hmm.
beautiful. Like I'll take anybody there. Like you need a part to go to Wolf Lake Park,
Yeah.
just to like relax and tune out because it has like all aspects. And it also is like it gives a little bit of north because this is Florida, South Florida, so you don't get a lot of like the full jungle trees and
Right.
all that. But Wolf Lake Park, it give you that.
Yeah, and it's not overwhelming. It's like you have this one big old lake in the middle, and then the trails surround around it and stuff, and then
Yeah.
you got the ducks, squirrels, and all that stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like it's pretty cool. It's the
Yeah.
vibe. I don't know. It was, like I said, I'm not big. I'm not big on going outside like that. And for me to say like this park is dope, that says a lot.
Yeah.
That says a lot.
So the people who know, they know. So if
Hmm.
y'all haven't gone, please go. Please, thank you very much.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
um, the last park that I went to, what I did go once last week was. Oh wait, hold on, sorry.
Hmm.
Hamilton Park. It's
Where's
like
that
not
at?
too far. It's at I don't even know how to say it. It's kind of like off Walk Island, and then it goes into commercial, and it's off like a street. I don't even know how to explain it. I'll send you the link.
Hey, I don't live that up north, so I don't
Yeah,
live
it's
north.
a little stretch, but it's like a
I
quick little
hop
far.
skip.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
if I want to really, but if I want to like some nature, it would be like Wolf Lake Park or Treetops because I love treetops too.
Three stops.
Yeah, it's a great place to go to.
Okay.
Hmm. So yeah,
Okay.
I'm saying. Right, we're getting too deep.
Uh,
Hopefully, I don't have to shop for this one. Oh God, what is the strangest dream you've ever had? Oh, this is a good one.
okay. So I'm gonna say this dream because I believe like this one hit. This one was like more. This dream had kind of got me on like on a journey because I've been wanting answers for this for a while.
Right, right, right.
So boom, right. So this dream, I was running away from like these stray bullets. I was getting shot at, and then
Yeah.
I had this bronze dog, this robotic dog, right? It was
Mm-hmm.
bronze, and it was following me like it was my
Mm-hmm.
companion stuff. Then we was in some type of I'll say a factory or a ship. I don't know. But we were in some type of warehouse and there was like a bunch of luxury cars around it. But there was this old fashioned car, probably in the 1800s, 1900s, probably like it's one of those cars that's like has those giant wheels and then
Mm.
it's like it was those old fashioned cars back in
Yeah,
the
the
day
classics.
that
Doom, doom, doom.
yeah, it'd
Yeah.
be got you jumping. So
Mm-hmm.
but it was green and kind of rusty. So I decided to go in that car, right? It gets crazy later. So I get in that car, right? Nothing happens. And the whole entire platform starts tilting this way. And then it
Uh-oh.
starts rolling back to the water. And me and the dog rolled back in the back seat, and there was a dead nun in the back seat. I didn't know there was a yeah. So so it was in the back seat, right? I
Uh,
was like, I didn't scream, but I was freaked out because it was like a I don't know how much detail I could go with, but it was like a corpse. I would just say that,
okay.
and it was decaying. So I'm in the back with the nun, and I'm like, bruh, bruh. And then she tells me, thank you. Then she had like this gold cross. She took it
Mm.
off and then she gave it to me. Like it was like one of those big Rosario or is it called pronounced Rosario? Or
The ones
those
with
Catholic
the
crosses.
yes, the Jesus on them, and yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, but it was huge. And then she took it off, gave it to me. Then she just like Neji palmed me. It tried to grab 64 palm me out of the car with my
Mm-hmm.
dog. And then as I'm like looking at her, she like disappeared in like some gold dust in a type of way.
Oh,
And then I so happened to be me and the dog just grabbed onto this little branch and just hanging from there, and that was it. And I
wow.
woke up. And this dream happened like last year.
Mm.
Or no, last year or probably in January. It was probably the end of January or last year, one of those.
Mm.
So yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like a process of you getting rid of the old and bringing into the new. So as soon as you got rid of the old, that's when she's like,
Uh,
"You did it, so here's the cross," and then the gold, and she disappeared.
it just yeah, yeah. I mean, like somebody was like, I have so many like there was so many like interpretation on that,
Yeah.
and like they all was like in the same mix. So I was like,
Mm,
okay, makes sense. Okay,
right.
so
I
I'm
don't know
in
what
that
the
peace.
yes, yeah. Maybe
Yeah,
the
so
dog represents peace because when you have a dog, it's always comfort, they're at peace. So people that also represents.
yeah, they was like mention about the dog, which that, and then like the color of the dog was bronze, and then if you look it up, bronze in the Bible, like they signify as judgment, I believe. So
Hmm.
they was like saying like God's judgment is always with you. So I was like, huh,
Hmm.
okay.
Right. Good to
So
know.
yeah, cause and then like, cause I like, well, based off what they told me is like, the colors and dreams always mean something, you
Always.
know. Yeah, so I
Always.
was like, oh, okay, cause I'm not a dreamer, so you know, I
Gotcha.
go straight to somebody that's a interpreter and something. So
Right.
yeah,
Can you explain this to me? But always write down the dreams because some dreams do have meaning to them as well.
oh
So
yeah, most
yeah.
definitely.
Mm-mm. I think one of the weirdest dreams that I had. I don't know why I only can think of this one. This is probably gonna be weird and funny. I was a Power Ranger.
But yo, I had a similar. Go ahead, go
Okay,
ahead,
okay.
go ahead,
I
go
don't
ahead.
know what happened. I think I was watching some show or whatever it was, and then I fell asleep. And then out of nowhere, I was a Power Ranger and I was a blue Power Ranger because I love the blue Power Ranger. The
Oh, that's
red is
right.
great, but blue is where he is.
I know that's right.
Right.
Hmm.
And then I had a couple of my friends that I think it was in high school when I had this dream or middle school, whatever. But they were a Power Ranger too. And we just fighting things and stuff like that. But what was funny though is that I think there was one moment that I couldn't use my powers, and I was kind of like, I need to
Oh,
fight. I gotta save. Like, what am I gonna do? And I was like stuck, and everybody was just like getting it in. I'm like, 2 plus 2 is 4, so this should be working. And da, da, da. So I guess which is okay. I'm glad I said this now because I think it was I didn't believe in myself at the moment. So now that once I believe in myself, then I could be able to use the powers.
mm,
I didn't get into now because you can't just have your gifts and talents and and not
hmm,
believe that you. Wow.
right, yeah.
That's a wow. I understand why I had to say this dream now.
It's like the more you say, like the more you repeat your dreams, the more sense it gets over time. And you're
Yeah.
like, oh, oh,
I
oh,
get it.
more occupier, occupier. It's
Yeah,
funny.
that's
Yeah,
hilarious. Wow. Wow. Okay. That was good.
yeah.
All right, guys. So we are gonna go ahead and get into the meat of this podcast, the nitty gritty, as I always say.
Mm.
All right, baby. So I'm gonna hit you with the first question that I hit with all of my guests. What does it mean to be a friend in yourself, and how is that process going?
But how? Hmm. I was saying, hmm, what is it to be a friend in yourself, right? Is that all
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, one, I always go by, you gotta love yourself before you love anybody, right?
Period.
Um, if you take care of yourself, love yourself, what I'm saying? It's like you're being your own best friend. You know what I'm saying? Once
Mm,
you be your own best friend, then you know how to treat other people as your best friend. You know
right.
what I'm saying? And the Lord always tell us that, the saying, you want to be treated this, if you want to be treated this way, you got to treat others the same way you want to be treated. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So I kind of said that weird. It's like it sounded weird, and then it started like fixing itself up towards the end. I
And
I
right.
don't like when that happens, but
Same.
yeah, and then like as far as like the process, it's like, you gotta like you wake up each and every day, you thank God for another day, you thank him for the roof over your head and bed to, place to sleep, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
And
You already know what time it is. It's time for a quick self care tip break. Now, before I give you guys a quick tip, I want to let you guys know that I am starting an ASL tutoring service this summer. ASL stands for American Sign Language. So if you're interested in learning ASL, if you're interested in picking up another language just cause, or if you have a child or a student that is DHH, which is deaf and hard of hearing, and communicates through ASL or prefers to communicate through ASL, and you want to be able to communicate back to them, shoot your boy an email or go on my website and book an appointment. I will leave both email and website in the comments so you guys can go ahead and book your appointment and, start the session. Your favorite teacher, Mr. Nelson, will definitely help you guys out. All right, so let's get back into the tip. So Wavy was talking about, self love and taking care of yourself. So I have this wonderful poster that I got on Amazon. Yes, I will leave the link below in the comments too, so y'all can get it if y'all really interested. Make sure y'all can see it. All right, so it's cycle of self love. In the middle it says self care reminder. So as you can see, it has a whole circle of positive things or things to remember when you're doing your self love. So I'm gonna read them out, leave some gems, and then we'll go back into the episode. Build positive affirmations. You are capable of great things. hmm Take care of your mind and body. I think we forget to take care of our mind because we're always like, I gotta take care of my body. I gotta make sure I exercise. You have to remember you gotta take care of your mind too, because your mind can be a battlefield. Let go of negative comparisons. Be kind to yourself. Focus on yourself and your feelings. All feelings are valid. Remember, don't push your feelings aside. If it comes, deal with it when it needs to be dealt with, and you have people there to talk to about your feelings, and also there's therapy. Set up boundaries. You are allowed to say no. For the people who are parents, givers, um, or have a big heart like me, it's hard to say no, But if you're loving yourself and taking care of yourself, it sometimes is needed, you know. Thank yourself and celebrate what you have accomplished. We forget to celebrate ourselves all the time, and I think it's important that we should. And it could be the smallest things like coming home from a long day of work and you're able to make dinner, cook and make dinner for yourself. That's a big accomplishment right there. Because sometimes you come home, well, I'm going to order me some food. You know what I'm saying? Fast food, Chick-fil-A or Wendy's, because, you know what I'm saying? But the effort and the time that you put in to make food for yourself or even your family, it's important. So, yeah. All right, let's get back into the episode.
when you do that, it's like you tell yourself, okay, so like, what do you want to do today? You know what I'm saying? And sometimes God will talk to you like that. He say, hey, what do you want to do today?
Mm-hmm.
Or, cause I have friends that talk to God like, God, I love you. Yeah, I really appreciate you. Thank you for all this and
Exactly.
that. What are we gonna eat today?
You're right.
Like just like simple. Like it's like once you have that type of relationship like that with God, it's like you could do the same thing with other people. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like it builds character. It builds that loving side of you because
Mm.
you love yourself so much. You want to share that same love that you
Mm.
have for yourself, and you
Yeah.
want to share it with other people too. And
I love that.
so yeah, it's a process though. It's not that easy because I know some people have a hard time loving themselves,
Mm-hmm.
and but they love others but not themselves. It's
Right.
like it's
People
like
pleasing.
they point yeah, it's like they point their love at it's not in the wrong area, but they putting too much of it towards that one area. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And it's like having two circles, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you have one this middle energy thing in the middle
Yeah.
please catch my imagery. So like he had this weird energy thing, and all this is going is towards the one on the right, but this is
Mm,
empty. You know what I'm
wow.
saying? And it's like you don't want to put too much on each circle. You don't
You
want
want
to
to
put too much
balance
on
it out.
yourself. Correct. So so you create a
Wow.
pipeline for where you could put more to yourself and to others.
Wow.
So it's like, yeah, so like I said, it's a process, it's a journey to, like, learn, but it's best to do it it's best to start with yourself
Yeah.
before starting with others,
Period.
because if you start with others, you won't know how to love, or you won't know how to talk to people, because remember, everybody's different. Everyone
Yeah.
has different love language.
Hmm.
Everybody's like has some icks, some cons, pros and cons, and it's
Yeah.
a lot. It's a massive majority of different variety of people,
Hmm.
and no one's the same.
Right.
So it's best to always get yourself equipped for the outside world. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So it's good to start, like, for me to, like, love others, I have to love myself. I have to, like, this, it sounds selfish, but it's not. Cause like,
Right.
cause it really, cause honestly, it really just starts with yourself. Cause I started, buying things that I like,
Yeah.
or I start treating myself out, or I buy clothes that I like and all that stuff. Like, it came to that mentality where, like, I don't want to be like everybody else, because if I
Hmm.
be like somebody else, I won't be happy. I'm
Right.
just trying to fit in with today's
Yeah.
society.
Hmm.
But true happiness is when you stand out,
Yeah.
or and talking, like, like outside of, like, biblical, but you, because true happiness is in Christ. I already know that. That's a fact.
Period.
But but honestly though, like, standing out from the crowd is where you'll find more of yourself. You know what I'm saying? When you be
Yeah.
unique and you stand out, you'll start discovering new things about yourself, and it's adventurous. Like, oh, I like this clothes, I like this game, I like this TV, all that other stuff. And then,
Yeah.
like, it's good to splurge on yourself every now and then, you know what I'm saying? But it's good to also, like, always give yourself affirmation each and every day. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Saying, putting some good positive inside of you, remind yourself who you are and
Right.
who you belong to, you
Right.
give God the glory, all that good stuff. And then, like, you'll be able to, like, not transition that, but also um
The transmission.
give, I'm gonna say, it's like you could actually carry that to groups or to other people. So when they see you like this, they may ask you, like, "Hey, how come you're always so happy and bright and this and that?" And you were able to share them, like, "Hey, it's good to
Yeah.
love yourself." You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. The
"Hey, this is
knowledge.
what I do." Exactly, and it's
Hmm.
like you're sharing. You're not gatekeeping. I don't like people who gatekeeps how to take care of yourself. Like,
Right.
why would you want to not to help people to take care of themselves, So it's like, you know, yeah. So yeah, like, going back, it's a process. You gotta love yourself before you love others.
Yeah.
Um, treat yourself right,
Hmm.
because if you treat yourself right, you can do the same thing for others, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it reflects, you know what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
shows that you could take care of yourself. That means you could take care of others, you know what I'm saying? So,
That's
like,
good.
same thing in the relationship, you see what you call it, your boyfriend, your girlfriend just taking care of themselves, and it's like they take care of their own spouse too. And it
Yeah.
reflects, and then you're like, oh, my girl, she takes good care of herself, and she be putting me on to, like, some health tips and, like,
Right.
the fast face mask and all that stuff. And
Hmm.
people might think it looks suspect, but forget them. I know somebody that likes it. You know what I'm saying?
No,
They like,
period.
you're right,
I
and it's
do
why,
mines every Sunday. I need my
you know, and it's like, and it's like, it's vice versa, So
right.
yeah, it's like yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, that's it.
No, I love that. I did want it. I had two things. That analogy was because I've never heard that before with the two circles and then the pipeline
Oh.
and the energy. That was amazing. I was like, wow, that's good. I got let me take that down. And then the one you was talking about treat others the way you want to be treated. I
Mm,
had this like thing in my head because I forgot who said it or how they said it, but I'm gonna say the best way I can think of it. Say it. Um, so when you're saying treat others the way you want to be treated, but do you know how you want to be treated? You know?
mm,
And I think that's when it comes to the part where it's like, okay, yeah, I need to sit down and figure out how do I want to be treated? Do I understand what I need? Do I understand what I want? What are my purposes? What are my priorities? What are my values? What like all those things to really break it down to understand, okay, yeah, I need some respect. I need to do this. I need some boundaries and da 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 in order to be able to understand that okay, I can be treated like this and treat them that way as well because I
right.
understand there's some boundaries and some things, some things that gotta be set place in order to for both of us to grow, to grow and be a
Mhm.
better person and be a better human being and stuff like that. So powerful.
Yeah. Yeah.
I loved it. I loved it. All right. We're gonna get into the second question. So when you I almost forgot the second question. Okay, how are
Oh,
you and friends and others now that you understand that you how to be a friend in yourself?
so how to be a friend? Repeat the question again?
It's okay, sorry. How how are you a friend in others now that you're like in the journey of being in front of yourself and understanding that you gotta take care of yourself first in order to take care of somebody else?
So it's like it's a tie-in question. Then I kind of probably answered it
Yeah,
a
you
little
kind of
bit.
did.
Yeah, but how to be a friend in others? Well, just be there for them. When they need help, not just be as cliche it could be sound, but truly like be there. Like as far as like being there, it doesn't always require you to do anything like as of like you gotta physically give them something as far
Right,
as that's showing you being there for them.
right.
But like also be there when they're down or going through things or they want you to come with them to somewhere, I know I have friends that would just hit me up like, hey, can you come with me to get some shoes? I'm like,
Yeah,
all right, cool. Because I know like it's dangerous to like, go out and try to get some things, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
he was just he felt more safer with me and or a couple other people to go with him to
yeah,
get some shoes, you know what I'm saying? So or you just want to hang out.
right.
And there's some times where people, where friends or our friends will have the strength to like explain why they want you to be there. They'll just probably
Mm,
say, "Hey, you want to just hang out today?" You know what I'm
my
saying?
God.
And
Mm,
you'll probably be their last resort, for anything, And
my God. I just got,
not
I'm
to
sorry. I don't want to cut you off, but
go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
that was wow. Like that almost made me cry because sometimes
Oh,
I feel
really?
that way sometimes. Yeah, like I don't have the strength to say I need you here right now. Sometimes I just don't, but I know that I want to say it. But I'm like, okay, like I'm
Yeah,
giving you clues. I'm giving you hints. Like just
yeah,
okay, go
yeah.
ahead. Sorry.
That's fine. No,
Oh
no,
my
because I've seen,
God.
yeah, because I've seen it so many times, and like, not to like make people feel bad, like, dang, I
Oh,
should have been there for.
uh-oh.
Oh,
I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. We gonna have to pause on this because Zoom talk about
oh,
your time is up. What do you mean my time is up? Oh Lord. All right, guys. So this is going to be a two-part episode because if I gave you guys the full episode, it would have been an hour, and I didn't want to do that to y'all. I was like an hour. Ooh. So I wanted to split it up, and I think the next part is even more powerful, and I left you guys with a cliffhanger. So yeah, so come back next week Monday to see the final product, and then I got some more episode that's gonna be like, whoo! So just get into it, get ready, stay in tune, and yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys next week.